Well, happy Thursday, everybody. Yes, it don't be food. It is Thursday. I know you're used to me saying my wind down Wednesday. Well, we have a day switch this week, and it's going to be well worth you tuning in on this Thursday evening. I am excited that you came over here to tune in to Get to Know Bob. As you know, we're going to be speaking to another phenomenal Bob doing amazing things in our community, and I can't wait to get to this conversation. I am your host, Sonia Weaver. I have to tell you guys that this day should have been like gravy, because normally on Wednesday, it's going to be on Thursday. You would have think it would have been like right to have everything all ready to go. You know me. So we just gonna leave it like that and just know that I still make it happen no matter what. And I am excited to tell you about everything that has happened in a week and a day. Now, if you missed out, you just missed out. I don't know what else to tell you. I had the opportunity of supporting Bob. And if you haven't taken a pledge, you need to, because I really want to know which Bobs you're supporting. Y'all just missing out on some phenomenal opportunities if you're not doing so. And I'm going to get into the point a little bit of what's in it for me type of mentality. So we're back here cooking up some incentives for you because we know once you start supporting Bob, you're not going to stop. But we're going to incentivize it, so be on the lookout. We have some things in the work coming together to give you some incentives for supporting Bob. I really hate that I even have to give you guys incentives. I'm be honest, but my team, they softies. They softies because if it was up to me, just supporting Bob is a gift that keeps on giving. I'm going to tell you why. I supported this amazing event that happened this past weekend. Well, no, actually, it was a week ago, this past Thursday, a week ago. And I had a ball. You would not believe how amazing it was to be surrounded by phenomenal people. The energy, literally, this should be called the Energy Concert Series because the energy was perfect. Everyone was just there having a great time, from the vendors to the food trucks, the owner of In Harmony Cafe. It was amazing. And then, if you gave your off to the corner, you give your girl a mic. I had to remember, I'm just introducing the phenomenal, the phenomenal people that were performing. And so I have the pleasure of having the 10th wonder in the world himself, Mr. DJ, Mr. Millennial. Hey,
Yeah,
how you doing?
it's all good. It's all good. Greetings to all the Bob universe. It's good to see y'all.
Yes.
Oh man, and as the wonderful host Sonia Weaver has just communicated, it was the energy. It was as delivered. It was as broadcast. Uh, Much respect, of course, to In Harmony Cafe Suites and More for hosting us, for having us there as their venue. Much respect to Mighty Together Entertainment, along with Boston Entertainment Group Detroit, for providing this event, for putting this event together. It was all, first of all, it was all independent. It was
Yes.
all independent. As we said so often, whenever we come here, who do you have to ask permission to do something great? No one. Just go do it. Well, that's what this was. This was an awesome event. Much respect to all the vendors, the food trucks, the wonderful host. Well, hey, wait a minute. Much respect to Sonya Weaver for hosting.
Thank
Man,
you.
yes,
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
But I'm gonna just give them a little bit of taste of what they missed, and I'm gonna come back to this slide that I have.
He's off the picture, he's off the scrub. That's not what y'all want us to think of. Want us to give each other love. Every man.
Right. That was for those that's not familiar. That was King Mellow Man and Mellow Runnings. They are a
Yes.
winning super group that does reggae, that does Caribbean music, soul, and R&B. Mix it all together. An eclectic mix. the video kind of speaks for itself. I mean,
I know, right? It just made me think like, okay, yes, bring it back. It was awesome.
Yes.
And for those of you, I mean, whenever there's a kickoff, you cannot recreate an event. But I want to encourage you seriously. This is a community revitalization festival. Mm-hmm. Like really hats off to everyone, hand clapping to everyone who decided to come together and make this happen. They're going to be happening on June 22nd, July 20th, and Saturday, August 12th. So while you missed out and we can't recreate what you missed, right, please plan on coming out and support. This is right in the heart of our community. I'm telling you, I got on there and I told them to forget Starbucks, forget Tim Hortons, and y'all better check out In Harmony Cafe, right?
The sweetest spot in Detroit. By the way, and here's another announcement, like the Energy Concert Series is also going to be floating to different locations. So this is obviously one location we will be, but the Energy Concert Series is going to be, let's see, we're going to be, oh, wow. Look, all we can say is pay attention to June.
pay attention to June. Tune in to Bob while we
the tune in right here. We're going to be providing all the information. We can tell you this. We're going to be not only in Detroit now, as we speak to you. The reason why you don't see the face and all this stuff is that we're on our way to St. Louis now to set up an Energy Concert Series possibly there. So this from there has grown to be a whole movement of itself. So the Energy Concert Series is going to be there. You can catch us at Campus Martius. That's a little hint. Catch us for Campus Martius end of June. You can catch us at Midland, Michigan, Grand Rapids. We're going to be there. Stay tuned. Stay tuned,
guys. Well, thank you so much, Tim, for popping in. It was a phenomenal kickoff to the Energy Concert Series. I can't wait to see where you guys are next.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And yes, in case you're wondering, we are definitely going to be having, the host of, Get to Know Bob, Miss Sonya Weaver. She's going to be hosting a lot more. Hey, you saw last summer. To be clear, you saw last summer. You saw how that went. She was busy. She came back. She had to sit back in the chair and go,
right?
Yes. We're out here. And of course, as consistently always, you don't have to look at Hollywood for celebrities. You have to look at Hollywood for greatness. Greatness is right all around you.
Yes,
be sure to enjoy. We no longer say the word support. We say enforce the greatness all around you. Enjoy it, and we'll be catching you soon. Pay attention to June.
Thank you. I'll see you soon. Be safe on the road.
Appreciate y'all. Bob, we're out.
Bye. Thanks, Tim.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it was just such an amazing weekend. And if you have not visited, there is In Harmony Cafe. Beautiful, beautiful place. I loved it. 12041 Dexter Avenue. Just kind of going in really quickly. You can see they have the cafe where you can have your sweets, your treats. Espresso, coffee, all of the same things you get at your modern cafe. Nothing held back. And then you can lounge, have people come over, have little meetings, all kinds of things right in our own city, in our own backyard. So yes, I encourage you guys to just support Bob right in your own community. It really, we only can thrive and revitalize if we support one another. Okay, don't get on your soapbox. So next, we're going to kick it right into our deal of the day. And I'm excited because it's going to be the same deal that we had last week. We're going to still give away the Glam Doctor. And I'm excited to give away the Glam Doctor. I gave away gifts from the Glam Doctor at the event. So much appreciation for those who subscribe to our YouTube channel at the event. We truly appreciate your support. I hope you are enjoying your color and your lips are popping. We're giving away more because we are recognizing the Glam Doctor herself, Rashida LaShawn. Happy 50th birthday, my girl. Enjoy and welcome to the 50s. It is an amazing place to be. And so that is why we're still honoring and celebrating the Glam Doctor and all the amazing work that she does. If you want to receive your free Glam Doctor lip color, all you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you already done so, well, you're ahead of the game. And then you're going to like and or follow us on social media. If you already done that, you're ahead of the game. Now, here's the kicker. Here's where we want you. We want you to share 5 of our previous Get to Know Bob episodes and make sure you tag us, because we want your friends and your family to also know the phenomenal things that our Black business owners are doing in our community. First person to send this information to us at info@dealswithbob.com will receive their free gift. So, see, it doesn't take too much in order to get that free gift. Do what you got to do, and we'll have it sent right to you. Our featured nonprofit for the month. Oh, can you believe the month is almost at an end? OMG. Our featured nonprofit of the month is Urban Unity. They are transforming minds, transforming lives, and fostering love. They create a safe haven for children and families within the foster care system. Their vision is that every child impacted by foster care to be empowered and equipped to reach their fullest potential, fully capable of living out loud the very best versions of themselves. They provide programs that give foster parents and children the tools and resources needed to help them live more healthy, happy, and fulfilled lives. Their focus is to educate, empower, equip, and expose. They create a safe haven and safety net for children experiencing foster care. We want to thank Urban Unity for all the work that they're doing in the area of foster care. We know that is a challenging area, and we appreciate those people who have stepped up and dedicated themselves to fostering and sowing into the lives of children that are in situations that sometimes are out of their control. So thank you for your love and support that you show to our youth. Our featured business on tonight's show is none other than who we just spoke to. Yes, we are featuring Boss Entertainment Group. Now, here's a video of what they do.
And it is here, live, May 18th, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. The Energy Concert Series is presented by Boss Entertainment Group Detroit, Mighty Together Entertainment and DJ, Mr. Millennium Live at In Harmony Cafe Suites and More, the sweetest spot in Detroit, 12041 Dexter Avenue, Detroit, Michigan, 48206. This blockbuster event features host Sonia Weaver of Deals with Bob and a live performance from award-winning supergroup King Melloman and Mellow Runnings. We have food trucks, vendors, meet and greet, and more. All of this is free. Upgrade packages starting at only $5. For more information, contact Boss Entertainment Group Detroit at Barack and Roll on Facebook, at Bossy G Detroit on Instagram, or call 313-528-9677. For even more information, contact Mighty Together Entertainment at 313-510-6706. You bring the heat because we have the energy. See you Thursday, May 18th at 6:30 p.m. Boss approved.
So what Boss Entertainment Group is, they put together amazing events and collaborations. One of the things that we've been featuring has been their Momentum series, and it was in collaboration happening at In Harmony Cafe Suites and More. They had these events for independent business owners to come together, create momentum, work together, network, and make things happen. You definitely want to be a part of anything that Boss Entertainment Group is doing, because they truly are making an impact in our community. Now, for our deals for our consumer members, I just want to highlight and shout outs to some of the amazing businesses that we have had the fortunate opportunity to recently collaborate with. They have some amazing things coming up, so I just want to share them with you today. We are kicking it off with Mona Lisa's Lyrics. They do offer 15% off their event packages for our consumer members, and they will be having a phenomenal event coming up. More to see in our Stay Connected segment. Phlebotomy Express Training Centers offering 10% off courses. They are having a birthday deal celebration for $580 for their phlebotomy program. You do not want to miss that. Tranquility Christian Counseling is offering 10% off their events. And let me tell you, they are revving up right now to have their support groups, their grief support groups. They're kicking off prayer support. It is so many wonderful things that are happening with Tranquility Christian Counseling. Tax Divas, oh my God, is offering 10% off or a free registration, free consultation, or a free gift. you definitely want to make sure you connect to Tax Divas. It is more than just an April 15th visit. They offer so many services and more. If you are a business owner and you want to offer deals, discount giveaways, and rewards to the consumer members and be part of a phenomenal network of people doing phenomenal things, then visit www.dealswithbob.com and join today. I kind of said that a little bit fast because I am really making sure that we have time for everything. This is an action-packed Thursday. I am so excited for our conversation coming up. As we go into our Stay Connected segment, I want to make sure, if you have not done so, go to our last week's episode where we had an amazing conversation with Bertanji Kendricks Bailey. She's the founder of Hezekiah Kids, and we talked about mental health, how Mental Health Awareness Month is an awareness month, but mental health awareness is 365 days. And we definitely want to make sure that you are informed specifically on autism. And that's what we talked about last week. So if you missed that episode, make sure you go back and watch the replay. Funkdafied P-Funk concert happening Friday, May 26th. From 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that is going to be tomorrow. And we have phenomenal host with the most, Mona Lisa herself, coming on. Hey, Mona, tell us why we need to come out on tomorrow, girl.
Hello. How are you today, beautiful?
You know, I'm doing well. I can't even complain.
Good. Well, thank you for having me on today. I'm very excited about tomorrow because it's the launch of the Mona Lisa's Lyrics Mompreneur and Dadpreneur gift giveaway tour. So we're going from state to state, recognizing the wonderful things that moms and dads do through business and beyond. And our first stop is tomorrow. And we're going to be at the Marygrove Theater. That's inside the Liberal Arts Building. Let me give the address. It's 8423 West McNichols, and I do not have my glasses on, so I'm gonna say that again. 8425 West McNichols. Yes, and we're gonna be there at the Marygrove Theater. I'm really excited and grateful that Tracy, the lead singer in the Full Circle Band, asked me to be the host. It means so much to me. And there are going to be so many legends in the house. Let me tell you, you do not want to miss this concert. I went to their rehearsal yesterday and I was looking around the room like, oh my goodness, there are so many legendary artists and singers and, you know, everybody that's going to be in the house tomorrow. So, but yeah, so we're featuring you know, a mompreneur that Tracy actually picked and wants to feature, and you know, we want to give her as many gifts as possible. And I do want to say that Camilla Franklin, who you featured not too long ago, she is our sponsor for tomorrow's gift giveaway event. So Camilla Franklin, thank you, of Tax Divas, and she is now an author also.
Yes.
She has a book out that talks about how small businesses can, you know, make sure that they are getting all that they can during the tax season, and writing off the correct things and paying things the right way. She is such a phenomenal force, and of course, a singer and songwriter also. So we love her. And let me just quickly say thank you to you, Miss Sonia Weaver. You're also a sponsor of our tour this year. Thank you so much. I mean, you do such a phenomenal job, you know, highlighting businesses and what they do in the communities, and, you know, letting people know how they can reach out to us. So thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. And really, I love feeding in to our Bobs. I really do. And for those of you who want to get to know Mona a little bit more, she was most recently featured on our show on Wednesday, February the 8th. So you can check out our conversation with Mona. And if you want, so she mentioned Miss Kermia Franklin, who is the sponsor of the P-Funk concert that is happening tomorrow. And she was most recently on our show on February the 22nd. Make sure you go on and get to know both of them more in detail and find out what they do for the community and for you. So Mona, thank you so much for popping in. I look forward to the concert tomorrow. But I'm just like going to make sure that my husband like, okay, dude, I gotta be there. I gotta be there. So I'm working it out right now.
Thank you. Thank you. I love and appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
OMG, I'm telling you guys, you really, really need to be coming out. So if you don't have any plans tomorrow, make sure you make your way over to Marygrove, okay? We also coming into our Stay Connected. We have the Red Dot bag packing party that's coming up on Saturday, May 27th. If you cannot be there personally, make sure you make your donations. There's still time. Remember, we talked to Miss Crystal Gunn, and she told us that, you know, having your basic sanitary napkins and different things. If you remember what people were going through the COVID with just having basic needs, this is one of those basic needs that really are needed for our women out there. So that is Saturday, May 27th. We're happening at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then we have A Girl Like Me is giving a graduation giveaway because they're going to be celebrating their founder for graduating from Schoolcraft College. So bring a bag and fill a bag with everything that they need to give away. This is going to be on May 27th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Our On Wall Street is presenting Big Sis, Auntie, Grandma, all of y'all. Why didn't you warn us about menopause? That is happening on May 28th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Merchants Are Us and Divalicious Enterprise present Business Shower Part 2, the Business Elevation, Saturday, June 3rd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hello, Pittsburgh. Mona Lisa's Lyrics will be celebrating a mompreneur and a dadpreneur in Pittsburgh. And I will say, like Mona said, I am honored to be one of the sponsors sponsoring this trip for so well-deserving mompreneurs within the Pittsburgh area. Looking forward to it. Unity have Family Affair Adult and Youth Bowling Club. If you would like to bowl with your family for Unity, because you know they support our community and today's youth, you want to begin to register today. That it will begin on June the 8th and it will run for 8 weeks. Don't delay. Make sure you complete your registration today. Sandylands presents Got Inspirational Wooden Canvas Paint Party at Detroit SIP, happening June 11th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Detroit Book City's Juneteenth Book Fair, celebrating freedom through literacy, is happening Saturday, June 17th from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our On Wall Street's Juneteenth Gala, a night of jazz with keynote speaker Tanya R. Hill. This is happening on the 17th of June from 7 p.m. to midnight. And special guest, Sky Covington. Motor City Princess Ball, Saturday, June 25th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is a formal event for girls ages 5 to 18. And let us support you and your event by adding it to our Stay Connected segment. Visit www.dealswithbot.com and contact us today. Guys, you know how I get when I talk too fast. I start getting tongue-tied. But I wanted to make sure I got through everything and I stayed on course. Yay! Pat myself on the back because it was a lot of information we had in the first half of the show. Now, I am excited because we're about to have an amazing conversation. And I'm going to tell you, when I read the bio, it was packed with some amazing things that I am just honored to have our guests on tonight. Tonight, we will be speaking with the phenomenal Dr. Eddie Connor, best-selling author and motivational speaker, just to name a few. Well, hello, how are you doing this evening?
Wonderful, wonderful. How about yourself?
I am good. I am so good. Wait, OMG, thank you so much for being on tonight.
Yes, honored to be with you.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you had an opportunity to actually check out some previous episodes, but I have really truly organic conversations. And I take an opportunity to allow my guests to self-introduce. Now, what I do let them know, they have a pack bio of accomplishments. Now, Dr. Eddie Connor does not disappoint. I'm telling you, there is so much in this bio alone that we would take up the remainder time of the show. Okay. That's just how phenomenal he is. So I'm going to give him the opportunity though, because I passed the baton. This is your opportunity to let people know who you are, some of the fun stuff too, what you do, and most importantly, why you do what you do. So here's the baton.
Absolutely. Take the baton and run with it. Honored to be with you, Ms. Weaver, and to be able to share with you and your audience. You speak truth to power and really speaking life over our life and really supporting Black-owned businesses. So that's what it's all about. I literally believe and I live by the credo that service is the rent we pay for the space we occupy. And so to be able to literally be a servant leader is what my life is all about. I'm living from the fact that 2023 marks 23 years of being cancer free. So to really understand that your test of testimony, your misery is ministry, your mess of message, your stumbling block is a stepping stone. What God will do is he'll use your setback as a setup for your greatest comeback. He'll literally use your tragedy as strategy to move your life to the next level. And so we had the movie The Color Purple on the screen tonight. I tell you, just like Sophia, all my life I had to fight. And so I've been strategic about not just overcoming cancer, but providing answers to the problems in our community, specifically with literacy, illiteracy. As they say, 60% of Detroiters are functionally illiterate. And so to create a Boys to Books mentoring program focused on literacy, leadership, life skills, enrichment, empowering our brothers to shift from boyhood to manhood. I've written, now getting ready to release my 15th book on June 15th. It's called Who Can Find a Faithful Man. It'll be available. It's available right now as a pre-order. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible. And college professor, speaker, and then, of course, visionary of the conference that's getting ready to take place in the city of Detroit, Saturday, August 5th, called the Access Identity Conference, Ideas, Impact, Influence. They can get registered at accessidentity.org.
Awesome. We will be talking about those things in more details. Thank you so much. One of the things that I did want to kick it off with, and it's amazing how you had your introduction, how you said those things as a cancer survivor. And I don't like to necessarily ask people like their age or anything like that. But you said, all my life I've been fighting. And you have been a survivor for a number of years. So were you, without telling too much of your age, were you a child when you first was
a teenager,
diagnosed?
Yeah. Teenager, yeah.
Teenager. So yes, you
okay.
Wow. To have something in it, and it says stage 4 in your bio.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a very aggressive form of cancer. So bad that when they cut me open and took me to surgery, they could see my cells growing so fast they could see them growing with the naked eye.
Oh my goodness.
Around my heart, my trachea, my esophagus, and it's ironic that I use my voice for a living now.
Wow. Such impact, and from a life lesson of like a walking miracle, walking testimony. I did not know that part of your story. I mean, I remember hearing cancer survivor, but I didn't know the specifics until I actually got the bio And then we talked and you told me the amount of years. And then afterwards, I decided, like, doing a calculation. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't put it together. So I never realized, teenager, and just being a teenager in and of itself, but having to actually have to fight for your life and then have a voice of impact as a result. I mean, you are truly one of God's angels and committed to the work that you're doing. I just absolutely take my hat off to you. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
And I'm going to have to get a copy of that book. I
absolutely
for myself, but I do giveaways, as you see. So I definitely want to make sure I give away your book. Sounds very interesting. Is it written for? Okay, give me the title again.
Yeah, the title is Who Can Find a Faithful Man? And it comes from the whole aspect that we talk about Proverbs 31 so much, who can find a virtuous woman, but very little to anything when from podcasts to platforms, from conferences to churches. Little do you hear about Proverbs chapter 20, verse 6, which says, who can find a faithful man?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
so if we want women to
So
be
is it
virtuous,
written then towards men, or is it towards women, or can both kind of really benefit from it?
it's co-ed content.
Okay.
So both can benefit. Definitely written with our brothers in mind, but also for our sisters who love us.
Okay, so I'm gonna get some insight about men, women out there. We sometimes be confused about y'all men. So
Without a doubt. I'm talking about the
awesome.
fears, the father wounds, the frustrations, the frailties of what we experience as men.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Okay. See there, women? Okay, that's gonna be a good giveaway.
yeah. So the caption is finding faithfulness to live, lead, and love with loyalty.
Love it. You
Yeah.
you are very eloquent with words. And
Well, I
then you just
appreciate that.
gifted with that. Thank you. I was all into the intro because I said, ooh, every line got better and better. Now,
It's got to be on Bob. It's got to be.
well,
gotta
hey,
be.
after I saw some other things, I said, woo, okay, thank you so much. I'm reading this bio. I'm like, okay, amazing accomplishments. And I am going to kick out a couple of them as we go on. But this caught my eye when they sent this to me. We're just coming off Mother's Day. And on last show, I said happy Mother's Day to everyone. What was this like right here? I mean, OMG, I can only imagine doing something this phenomenal with my mom. How was this?
You caught me off guard. No, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I went to Nashville. My mother and I, my uncle pastor, shout out to Pastor Henry Coles and Faith Life Church. They invited both of us caught me off guard with the phone call themselves. Said, hey, we want to do something. We want to have you come and preach, but we also want to have your mother come. You do Saturday and she'll speak on Sunday. And so it was a phenomenal, just Mother's Day weekend celebration. I shared a message on It's Time to Leap. And I was talking about how Mary and Elizabeth in scripture, after salutations and greetings were given, the baby in Elizabeth's womb leaped. And so I said, when you get in contact and in conjunction with the right type of people, the vision in you is going to leap because of the anointing and the gift on their life.
Wow.
And she talked next. She talked on Sunday really about the heart of a mother. And just how you all have been gifted with grace and greatness to birth greatness onto this planet, and no nation can rise without women like you. So the hand that rocks the cradle definitely rules the world.
Oh wow, what a phenomenal mom it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I know
Without a doubt.
I know as a mom she has to be so proud of you. She has to be, and just to be doing something that phenomenal with your child is has to just be amazing. I mean, I'm at a loss for words because I'm thinking about my mother and I, and we're planning things like this. And so when I came across it just was like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to be like on something, doing with my mom, with her in my face. It spoke to me. I'll leave it like that because I'm truly
Yeah.
at a loss for words. I'm trying to put them together, but I had to talk about that tonight because I just thought that was so amazing. What an amazing Mother's Day gift. I love it. Love it.
Oh, yeah, it was a really phenomenal experience. Never did that before, on Mother's Day, and I'm here today because she loved me and fought for me when I didn't want to fight for myself going through
Mhm.
cancer. And so it's nothing but a mother's love that speaks life into your life.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now, speaking about cancer, we're talking about that. This was also sent over to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this happened, was it this past Saturday?
That's right. This past Saturday, right at Fellowship Chapel, I'm working with Carmanas and Wayne State University with their Black Men's Cancer Action Council, looking at comorbidities, particularly COVID and cancer, and how both of those have been in conjunction, but also the medical mistrust that Black men have when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to going to the doctor. You
Mm-hmm.
can go all the way back to the Tuskegee experiment. We've
Mm-hmm.
we've always been experimented on and always been mistreated. Statistics even suggest that black and white in conjunction, when you in comparison, if we both had the same amount of money, both live in the same environment and community, we would still be mistreated and not given the proper treatment when it comes to medicine and whatever the medical aspects of it are, simply because of race.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so when you think about black men not going to the doctor and the medical mistrust, maybe that is possibly why. And so we gave some solutions and some strategies of really how we can make cancer care more trustworthy.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned that your particular form of cancer was quite aggressive.
Yeah.
And I have to imagine with having to have a discussion about mistrust when it
Mm.
comes to the medical field, that some of our Black males that might be dealing with cancer are finding it out in a later stage because they just had this mistrust and didn't go sooner. Does that happen? Has any research been done about that in correlation to this whole mistrust that we have?
Yeah, I think it is really a juxtaposition between mistrust and masculinity.
Mm.
And oftentimes, how men are raised to, as boys, be strong. Pain
Mhm.
is weakness
Mhm.
leaving the body. Don't
Mhm.
cry. Don't talk about your issues at all.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let me just drink some Vernors. It'll go away. Let me take a nap. I'll be all right. Let me take,
Be
you
okay.
know, let me take something and I'll be all right.
Mhm.
Pop a pill or something. And
Exactly.
because of that, we do not necessarily do the investigation in our body, and oftentimes we're thinking the worst of
Mhm.
what might happen if we go into the doctor,
Mhm.
bad diagnosis or what have you. So I think both are equally important, and oftentimes even in the minds of us as men.
Yes. Yes. My father once said something to me that men that are connected to women live longer.
Mm.
And I said, huh? Why is that? He said, because you're going to make us do stuff we don't want to do, like go to the doctor. And I said, well, that's a good thing, right? He said, yeah. That's why sometimes you find men that are single, that they may not live as long as those that are married. I never paid attention to that. Or even if they get ill, then they don't have the care or the caregiver that could help them get well, so to speak. So I was
Yeah.
like, interesting. I said, but you don't just do it on your own. He said, me and I want to go to the doctor.
No, we really don't. Really don't.
I don't know
No.
why.
Yeah. Sometimes we just thinking the worst, and we like, hey, we feel as if we're just oftentimes impervious to diagnosis or the negativity or some medical mishap. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but as Dr. King said, of all the forms of inequality and justice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. And so we've
Mm-hmm.
got to have more, inclusiveness as well as equity when it
I
comes to being
agree.
healthy. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a pin. We have comments coming through. Mona Lisa, thank you for sticking on. She said that, oh, this is such an inspiration. Yes,
Wow.
yes, he is. That's why I was like, okay, it is so long overdue. We talked like, I would say, a couple of years plus ago at Money
Mm.
Matters, and
Yeah.
then I said, oh my goodness, he has to come on the show. And my admin always just, plug in people. We've been going, but I'm like, okay, fell through the cracks. So when I saw you again, I said, this has to happen. It has to happen
Oh,
because
absolutely.
and it's funny at the time, I had no idea about all of these accomplishments. I mean, you talk about I highlighted stuff. You have spoken for the NBA, featured on ABC, BET, CBS, Ebony, Fox, Jet, Lifetime, PBS, Steve Harvey, Tom Joyer, Huffington Post, USA Today, Mentoring Kings, WeTV, and it's probably more. Empowerment speaker at Bishop T.D. Jakes MegaFast. Just amazing, amazing accomplishments. And I mean, goodness, you're young. As long as you have your health and your voice, this is just going to keep growing. I mean, and then just bringing us your intellectual property and your colorful way of arranging words in book. You're on your, did you say 15th?
Yeah, 15th.
15th
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
book. Oh my goodness. Now, just share with me without having to go into details. What is your overall like topics? What is your genre? Is it a certain niche? Are you kind of like just share? I don't know. Share about because you
Yeah.
got 15.
Right. Yeah. My first book ever that I ever wrote was really I wrote it begrudgingly. I never wanted to be a writer at all.
Okay.
It was my mother was pushing my pen on the paper, and she said, "You got to write your stories, not just for you, it's to empower somebody too." And I was like, "I don't want to write it." So I didn't want to tell anybody I had had cancer. It was
Mm,
embarrassing for me, but really did I realize that embarrassment became a testimony. And as I was writing, I was healing. I was forgiving a father who didn't show up for me one day in the hospital. And so
mm,
it started off talking about cancer, then it kind of went into purpose. My books have ranged from talking about discovering your gifts,
mm,
relationships, definitely. Now it's gone into masculinity and identity,
mm,
and
mm,
even the whole aspect of vulnerability. And so pushing people into their purpose, empowering them to overcome obstacles, but also giving them strategy, structure, and solutions on how to do that, and really to discover their why
I
is
love it.
been important for me as a writer.
I love it. I love it. And not to try to say any bias or anything, but as you was talking, what came to me was gifts for young men
Hmm. Hmm.
with without knowing too many details. It just sounds like your books could potentially be the greatest gifts to young men. And I know you do a lot of work with young men. So please share, you know, why you kind of do it. I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah.
And what keeps you encouraged to keep doing it.
Yeah. Frederick Douglass said if we build strong children, we won't have to repair broken adults. I like to say if we build strong boys, we won't have to repair broken men.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
to a certain degree, I was a broken man due to the fact that my father wasn't there, dealing with father wounds, the
Mm-hmm.
aspects of my life that I felt should have been better, but I found myself in precarious places and positions, much less a diagnosis of cancer. And so I had to do my own healing. And
Mm-hmm.
my father not being in my life was one of the reasons why I developed the Boys to Books mentoring program. I wanted to be able to speak to my 13, 14, 15-year-old self when I was really searching for my identity. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe you can't, how can you be a man if you don't see one? How do you play a role if you weren't given a script? And
Mm-hmm.
so being able to speak life into the lives of our young men, oftentimes we have a whole bunch of mentoring programs, but we don't have literacy components. What is it to
Mm.
teach our guys to tie a tie and to look at you in the eye and shake your hand and get all the character development, but you don't know how to read and you don't know how to comprehend what it is that you read.
Yes, that's
And
the
so,
part too.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Hmm.
And so, using literacy as a bridge, especially as Dr. Jawanza Kajufu talked about in his book "Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys," they're building prisons based on second and third grade reading scores. And
Hmm.
so, as the USA is the United States is incarceration nation, 95% of the prison population is here. I
Hmm.
don't want to just lock them up. I want to unlock their dreams. And so, literacy and incarceration are interconnected. I don't think we should just focus on rehabilitation. We should focus on prevention.
Exactly. That right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
That right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I do have one other thing that came to me. I have a lot of things that came to me that I would like to know um, a little bit more.
you you got it all, boy. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been interviewed by somebody who's as ready as you. I don't know. I got to add Bob to the bio. That's Sonia Weaver ain't nothing to play with, y'all.
Thank you.
She about to tell me what I'm doing next year. I mean, and I don't even know yet.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Somebody said,
Hilarious.
I do not understand how you have such great content and it's not off the chain, like you're not viral. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing it to go viral. I said,
Wow.
God is going to use it however it needs to be used. I find joy making sure that it's here. It's not going anywhere. So if people need it to reference whatever, I'm doing it because I know the person who needs to see it needs to see it.
Yeah.
And I thank you. But you're the one doing all this phenomenal stuff. That's why I'm excited. I mean, you make my job easy because you're just doing some phenomenal stuff. I just want to know more about it so that people know, okay, why they should tune in because this looks really interesting. Tell me more.
Well, your last name, but speaks to what you do because you are weaving it all together. So I got invited to do this talk show relationship panel by the one and only dynamic Dr. Ty Adams, who is a protege of the late great Dr. Miles Monroe. And
Oh, awesome.
yeah, yeah. And so I'm going to be talking just really critical, courageous conversation and
Mm-hmm.
real talk on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What do men want? What do women want?
Mm.
And it's gonna get I'm sure it's gonna get a little hot and heavy, and it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. I mean, especially with all these dynamic people who are going to be on the panel, much of who I've shared the stage with a time or two, and
Oh.
so it's going to be pretty good. And she's taping this for a show that should be airing in the next few months. So she's always doing a lot of things with relationships, and so she said I need to include my brother in it. I said, hey, let me know, I'll be there.
Awesome. Because relationships, I'm telling you, are just, I mean, they're key to everything. People think
Yeah.
that they really can get away in the cyber world. And I'm like, I feel like you would truly die somewhere inside of you if we really
Mm,
tried to just do a cyber world. And I think COVID kind of showed a lot of people that they went crazy. Some people didn't know what
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
being alone. And I'm gonna tell you, I kind of liked it, but
Right. Facts. Facts.
especially the driving. OMG. Lately, I don't understand what's going on these freeways. It
I
is
don't either.
literally mega accidents every single day. I've never seen so many. I've never felt so nervous with people coming up around me.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think people out here crazy. So
Some folk need to stay at home.
need to stay at home, nurture their relationships. Then
Yeah,
they wouldn't be so
exactly.
angry out here.
I'm telling you. I am telling you. That's the truth.
Now, here's where I felt a slight bit, and I could be transparent, a slight bit intimidated because guys, look, he was comfy cozy on Fox 2 News. And this was a conversation that was held leading up to this right here.
Wow.
The Access Identity Conference. Tell me, where did this inspiration come from? and then more about your vision for the conference.
The way you just display all this stuff is it's great. It's great. Your transitions are incredible. Uh,
Thank you. I
you,
appreciate that feedback.
you got me stuck right here. Um,
No,
uh,
seriously though, I was like,
yeah,
wait a minute, he had this how eloquent conversation on
yeah.
Fox 2. Oh, okay.
No, it's an amazing conversation with my man Jay Towers, who is really a towering force in media, and to really share about the Access Identity Conference. It's I've been wanting to do a conference for years,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to 2023 and I said, you know what, it's now or never for me. I've done the TD Jakes conference. I've done so many conferences, literally locally and globally,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I got to do something for Detroit. I'm always going out of state. I need to do something here. And the whole aspect of identity, I think we're in an identity crisis right now, from the church to the community. Everybody is wondering, what do I do? Who am I? You know, we're going through some growing pains, and we talked so much in the pandemic about pivoting, but now we're post-pandemic. How do we prosper?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's through investing and also increasing our ideas, our impact, and our influence. I believe your context can become contracts. Your ideas can become income. Impact is all about not just it's not just an income, but it's also being able to be influential. And influence, as Dr. John Maxwell said, is really the crux of what leadership is. No matter how extrovert or introvert we are, we will all influence at least 10,000 people over the span of our life. And so the Access Identity Conference is really merging ministry in the marketplace, kingdom and community, connecting those two, and then also just empowering people to access their true identity, self-discovery, unlocking the door to their greatness, and unleashing their uniqueness. And so it's taking place Saturday, August the 5th at Focus Hope Conference Center from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We've got powerful speakers and panelists who are really going to be giving strategies and structure and substantive solutions on really how to maximize your purpose and your vision. And here's the beauty of it. You can register right now, accessidentity.org. Put in the code ACCESS, and you're getting $50 off of registration to join
Awesome.
us in the building. And so I'd love to see you all there for sure.
And I'm going to help send someone there because I am so bummed. I had seen your Mother's Day special early. I forget what that was, but I saw it. I said, okay, he's doing a Mother's Day special. I'm about to get it.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you, when you get a little mature, you see, you know, I got a little age on you, get a little bit more of these grays up there.
Please, no,
That
black don't
memory.
crack.
I need some ginkgo biloba or somebody give me some of my memory. And you told me about the conference, and I can't recall if you told me the date, but I was like, well, I'm gonna be at that conference. And when I went to register, I was like, this cannot be the date. This cannot be the date. So then I went and looked at the flyer. This cannot be the date. I
Really?
won't be in town.
Oh, wow.
I won't be in town.
Well, I need to change the date of my conference. No, I'm just joking.
I know. I was like, yeah, he needs to change the date now.
Oh, man.
I actually looked at it multiple times because I said, maybe I'm wrong. Then I looked at I said, maybe I just couldn't make it work. I said, I cannot believe I won't be here. I cannot.
Oh,
And I
wow.
just kept, and I'm telling you, every time I look at people, I'm registered, I'm going, and I'm seeing everybody's faces. And I'm like, I can't believe I won't be here.
Wow.
So I'm going to be there soul and spirit, and I'm going to send someone there. I'm going to check who wants to be there and can be there. I'm doing in-kind donations because I just believe in what you're doing. And now that you like broke it down,
Yeah.
it made me think while we were sitting here about the access, which is interesting because I was feeling like we have access to all of this information at our fingertips, literally at our fingertips. And that in all this access, I believe people are losing their identity.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
seeing all this stuff on social media. They're watching all these things. I mean, before we just had like maybe television, regular programming, but now they have people posting and alterations of what they're posting and how they look. And, it's so much out there that there's an identity crisis because you one don't have an opportunity to spend enough time with yourself to get to know yourself, because as soon as you wake up, you doing this and you're getting fed by all of this, and you don't know anything about who you are. I believe that our access to all of this influence has impacted our identity. You
Yeah,
please
yeah.
share with your thoughts.
Oh yeah, I truly believe it because we have become so malleable to where social media and society and media has shaped who it is that we are, and to a certain degree, we go through life wearing a filter. And I really believe that somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. The question is, how long will you make them wait? We have to sift through all of the junk and all of the stereotypical views and people's opinions that become our prison to actually look through all of that and discover who we are at the core of our essence. What is our passion? What is our purpose? What wakes us up in the morning?
Yeah.
Yes, we glad God does, but beside our alarm clock, what purpose and passion wakes you up?
Exactly.
And then how do you
Exactly.
interweave that between a job and a dream and working your dream until your dream becomes your job?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
we're
Well, your
tackling all
dream
that.
becomes your joy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, from job to joy. That's good.
Exactly. That's what I told someone. I said, I
That's
am
good.
so in my joy that I can never put a B behind it anymore. It's always going to be a
Wow.
Y, because my Y is more important than that B.
Mm. That's good. That's good. That's good for sure.
That is articulate said. It's like you might do.
No,
But
no, I got the drift. I got the drift for sure.
well, can you actually believe that we are like 3 minutes out from this conversation? It has just been, and we haven't packed. Seriously, we haven't packed this bio at all. So I'm telling you, Dr. Eddie, you have to come back
Oh yeah.
after the conference. We have to hear about the impact that it made, and then what's on the horizon afterwards, because I know you're not the type of person that's just going to do something this of this magnitude and then to be done. Like, okay, I did it, now I'm done. I
Right, right, right.
know there's going to be something that happens as a result of investing all of your time and energy to first bring it to Detroit, and then secondly, what just comes out of that sheer energy of the people being there that day. So we're really excited for you. I have kept you covered in prayer for the conference and
Oh.
everything that happens leading up to it. And I'm the only thing I just hate, I won't be there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you can still live stream it.
Oh, really?
There's a
I'm gonna do
live
my
stream
best,
option.
because
Yeah,
this is the
yeah,
time we go
yeah.
away. Like literally, we're
Oh.
typically off grid. We have very
Mm.
spotty Wi-Fi connection and everything. This is like our whole family goes
Oh, nice.
up north.
Okay, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
But so if I can't get it, I'm gonna be there in heart. I'm gonna be there in spirit. So much. So how can people connect to you? And exactly what do you do? I don't want to keep that where it may not have been clear. So because you wear so many hats and you have programs and different things. So do people connect to you if they have a young child who they want a young boy specifically to be in their programs? Are they ongoing? Is that through a website? What's the best way to connect to all of the amazing things you have going on?
Without a doubt. You can write me info@eddieconnor.com. You can email me there, info@eddieconnor.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can drop me a DM. Follow me there at Eddie Connor JR as well. The mentorship as well. Just reach out to me. I generally come and speak at schools and do after school mentoring as well. So reach out to me about that. And then I also do online. I have an online academy, and I do teaching every single Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. You can sign up theeaglesacademy.com. And of course, love to see your face in a place at the Access Identity Conference, accessidentity.org, to get your seat, to secure your spot, seats are filling up fast, which is a beautiful thing. And we have people who are literally coming from Phoenix, from LA, from Arkansas, from Nashville, from DC,
Awesome.
even the United Kingdom. So
Wow.
not only is it a
Awesome.
local conference, a national conference, it's
International.
international now. So you
International.
definitely want to be there. It's a great opportunity to network as well.
I just absolutely love it. And you definitely have our support. I am probably going to be the cheesiest person when it comes around there because my passion, I believe and I know what I shouted out my support because I can go on and on and on about supporting Bob. And when I
Mm,
see the amazing things happening and going on in our community and the impact that you have, especially into our youth who are our future for our community, I can just talk about it all the time. It is just something about seeing how successful melanated people
come on now.
it
Come
does
on.
something to my
Yeah.
spirit because my spirit was so broken by the history of the country. So to just see our strength continue and to grow is just a passion that I have. And I absolutely loved having this opportunity in this moment in time to share with you this space, to hear a little bit about you, your commitment to what you do, and why you do what you do. I so appreciate it. Now, before we go, and I'm going to add a little plug to yours because you're an author. So, with the exception of these two books, the Bible and your book, what book is on your nightstand or that you have recently read or would highly recommend reading?
Absolutely. And I have to say as well, just what you stand for, especially really being a conveyor of truth in our community. Black owned businesses, the statistics says we only spend 1% of our resources, the black community, with people who look like us. But here's
Yeah.
the thing, if we took that 1% to 10%, we would create 1 million jobs of our own. So
Yeah.
black owned business support is truly needed and necessary, and not just on Juneteenth.
Not just on
So,
Juneteenth. And like I tell
yeah,
people, if you have to start with Black Friday, to every
yeah.
Friday support a Black business, every Friday is Black Friday.
Mhm.
So intentionally. Then take it up to our pledge. I don't know. I didn't go into details about our 7 by pledge. That is
Mm,
supporting 7 Black-owned businesses a week. Now,
wow.
if you want to look at one a day, if you want to do it on the weekend, and I tell people support is not only financial support, support is sharing when
Mm-hmm.
people need it, support is sharing your time. We have a lot of phenomenal nonprofits. I'm sure if people contacted you and asked could they volunteer, you wouldn't say, no, I'm
Oh
good.
no, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So your time is a valuable resource. And once you get into the habit, I'm telling you, you are intentionally like me. My intentional goal is everything that I need, that I love doing, that I need, that from my hair products to my lip products to my body products to my clothes to whatever I do. I'm sure Bob is out there that I can
Mm-hmm.
support for my basic needs. So it's not really hard. It becomes something that I look forward to, that I'm like finding for whatever we can do. If I needed a HVAC, I had to find someone to come that is a Bob. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I support
Yeah,
Bob? I'm just saying. I'm
that's
sorry.
good.
Now back
No,
to the
that's
book.
so good. No, that's so good. That's so good. We need more people like you, and I'm glad that you're pushing it for us.
Oh,
The book that's on my nightstand, yes, the Bible, but also I've been reading Dr. John C. Maxwell's book called Developing the Leader in You. So
okay.
he's got Developing the Leader in You, and then he's got Developing the Leader in You 2.0. So I think it's been a great read simply because everything rises and falls on leadership.
It
And so being
does.
able to, you know, think about the leader that's in you is a great thing. And then I just picked up another book the other day called The Mountain Is You. Overcoming our own
The mountain in
idiosyncratic.
you.
The mountain is you. I'm forgetting the uh, the name of the lady who wrote the book, but If I could pull it up, I might be able to, but I think it's just I'm in the early stage of it. I just got it the other day, but
Okay.
it's a pretty interesting read thus far,
It
and
sounds
it's
like when I
by
think about the faith of a mustard seed telling the mountain to get out of the way, thinking about getting
yeah.
yourself out of your own way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I wonder,
Matter of
is
fact,
that
here it
what it's
is,
about?
Brianna Wiest. It is. It is part of that. Brianna Wiest
Okay.
transforming WIEST, transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for those
Yeah.
too. I have them on my list.
Absolutely.
I have it on
Hmm.
our list. Now, I mean, we really could have talked about so much. Is there something before we close out today that we didn't talk about that you want to make sure is mentioned on tonight's show?
Well, I think we covered a lot of ground in a little time, and I definitely want to impress upon your viewers again to go out and get the Who Can Find a Faithful Man. I think it makes a great gift, especially as Father's Day is coming up, and even for Juneteenth.
Yes.
It gives you personal freedom, and also really looks at emotional intelligence, overcoming particular obstacles, and really becoming the person that you were called and created to be, especially for our brothers and also the women who love us.
I love it. I love it. Yes, it will make a perfect Father's Day gift. Didn't even think about
Yes,
that. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
And thank you guys for being a part. I want to get you guys ready for next week as we close out the month of May. We will be speaking to Cheryl Lynn Pope, the founder of Motor City Princess. I'm going to ask that you uplift her in prayer as she had to go have eye surgery unexpectedly. So if by
Mm.
chance she's not, well for next week, we would completely understand and reschedule. As of now, she is closing out the month of May. And then, if you haven't done so, please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel today. Conversations like we've had tonight with Dr. Eddie Connor needs to reach the masses. And the way YouTube works, the more subscribers we get, we have that opportunity to do that. So make sure you subscribe and encourage a friend or two to do the same. As we close, I am Sonia Weaver, and I encourage you to spend with purpose because your dollar does matter and deal with Bob. Have an amazing week. I'll see you next Wednesday.